Goeienaand, good evening, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. You know what? You have to admire the sheer genius of our ANC political ministers. You know what? You've got a Eskom turning up on its heels as it dies. You've got a sewage system that is totally cactus. You've got water purification systems which are failing. As I said in a video just a couple of days ago, the UK is now warning people who are brave enough to go to South Africa as tourists to make sure they do not drink from tap water anywhere in South Africa because it's unsafe. Now, let me put some logic into the situation here, because what is failing with the ANC and their ministers is simple logic. You know, if they could see, if they couldn't see the wood for the trees, which is apparently the case, they should be getting advice. You know, in South Africa, you've got guys who are engineers at Eskom who could probably walk into that situation and help provide a solution. You've got engineers who worked in the sewerage area who could probably come in, and because they know the situation in South Africa, they could provide a solution. The same goes across any state-owned enterprise, from South African Airways to Denel to whatever, you name it. They have got white experts still living in South Africa who could come in and help resolve the problems they're facing, and probably kick out all the leadership in these SOEs because they're so friggin' corrupt, aren't they? Now, clearly, it is not politically expedient for the ANC to do that, because people like Malema would be jumping up and down and saying, you can't employ these whites, you can't employ these whites, BEE, BEE. You know, BEE has destroyed South Africa because you have incompetent people running the state-owned enterprises, and you've also got corruption at a very, very high level. So guys, look, I will let you watch this video where they talk about the issue with sewerage in South Africa, and you'll see how chaotic it is. All right, guys, and it's like everything else that's happening in South Africa, it's all kind of unraveling in a big heap of crap. All right, guys, have a good evening, and please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Take care, and bye for now.
A luxury not enjoyed by the majority of the world.
How much longer South Africans will be able to drink water safely from a tap will depend on how we care for these wastewater treatment plants.
But when taking a look at the overall state of the 963 sewage plants across the country, it doesn't inspire confidence.
It looks like about half of our wastewater treatment plants nationally are not meeting the required standards.
Recent droughts may have brought water issues into sharp focus. But are we talking enough about how we care for the little water we have? Researchers argue the country is approaching crisis point.
One of the challenges on water, sanitation, infrastructure is the growing population, which is growing at a higher rate than we can meet, then we can close that gap of providing services.
As the number of people relying on the current water system increases, capacity simply isn't keeping pace, with a third of treatment works in a critical state. Studies estimate over 1.5 billion kilolitres are being lost annually due to leaking pipes, dripping taps, infrastructure failure and theft. And it's costing taxpayers an estimated 7 billion rand a year.
Mainly it arises from either aging infrastructure or poor maintenance of the infrastructure. And I mean, some of the latest cases now really point to poor and inadequate infrastructure to contain sewage, spillage, and as well as treatment.
But government can't do this alone.
There is no one silver bullet that is the solution to our water challenges. We actually need a silver basket of many partners coming together to kind of lift us out of the water crisis that we're in at the moment.
Saving water has thus become a national imperative, be it through pressuring authorities to do more or taking responsibility ourselves to conserve this limited resource. Nicolaas Bauer, Johannesburg.